Here we go again. So this time the question focuses on the captain base pay. So we are asked to find the base pay for each police captain, and we should output the employee name and the corresponding base pay. So the select is quite easy here. So as last line tells us, we should use employee name. I think underscore and the base pay. And we supply the table. And now the actual tricky part of the question is to find the police captains. So if we look at the table here, we have the different job titles for the employees of the cities, if the deputy sheriff, firefighters, and so on. And we should actually just focus on police captains. So let me scroll a bit if we can find a captain here. And there you have it. So here we have a captain of level 3, and he or she is part of the police department. So that already tells us the challenge of the question. So we should do a where statement because we want to filter for the police captains, and we would do job title. It's the name of the column here. But now the tricky part is, since we do not actually always know how it is written in the table. So right now we can see it, but you might have a very large table where you cannot simply scroll through the table and find the exact expression. It would be wise to filter for police and captain in combination. So the straightforward solution would be you copy this particular string and you supply it as the job title here, and you would get just the base payment and the name of each police captain. But as I explained, if you have a very large table, it might be not as straightforward to find this exact expression. So what I would do is use the like statement, so where we can filter expressions, and now we can use actually two wildcard operators, so these percent signs, and I supply captain here. So that means the code should go through the job title and filter out each row that contains the word captain. And actually, let me do another trick here, because as you can see, if we scroll through the job titles, some are written like a title. So you have a capital starting letter, and some are just in capital letters. It would be wise to use a lower here so that you convert the job title to only lowercase letters first before you search through them. So we have lower like captain, and now we do want to have the police department in addition, so not just the captain. So right now, if we would just do this without an additional and, we would get all the captains, maybe also the captains of the fire department. But since we are asked to find only captains in the police department, we add an and also do again lower job title. And now we say the job title should also contain the word police. So we use the same wildcard expression, but this time supply police. Okay, we can run that, and we get the same result as before, where we supplied the exact job title as given in the table. But as I explained, often you do not know how it is actually written in the table, if there are some spaces, if some of the characters are capital letter or lowercase letter. So it's best to actually use like a wildcard expression here. So we can also check for the solution, and we see it's actually the correct solution.